deep to get things started. And he'll bring it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line. Return before he stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Throws to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Now backed up in their own end. It's 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Play fake, Williams. Looking for space to the left. Fires on the move. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, after getting the takeaway now, you're in the fringe area just outside the red zone. The offense trying to stay aggressive. They're throwing it right away, seeing if they can catch the defense sleeping after now just coming on the field. But give the defense credit. They were aware. They were ready for it. Made sure that one fell incomplete.
Caught, and he's got room. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
When you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back.
He's going for the goal line. And he's in. Pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Play fake, Carr. Caught by Williams on the right. Lowers those pads. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Got it. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Using his feet, he's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams. It's complete on the right side. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39. Line.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Williams looking for a man. Lets it fly. Finds a spot in the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And what a huge play for the offense. Hitting that throw not only is big for their confidence, but it also flips the field.
This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. There's some room. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. The run up the middle, looking for the score. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Now, to me, these are the decisions that are not so easy. Analytics, go for it on fourth down. Yeah, pull the trigger. But in these type of games now, where it's 4th and 5+, this becomes very difficult. How confident am I in this play in the red zone that I know I'm going to get a touchdown and not get stopped short?
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break. It's Washington holding the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. The give is to Williams. There he goes. He's at the 50. Past the 30. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get
Flying down the left side. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Husky. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They're dealing with a second and long. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. Delivers the stiff arm. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They're working that left side. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Hard on the right sideline. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. It's got
Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Williams throws to the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Williams will pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And you could tell the QB found a matchup he liked, and that was a tight end running that 7 route or that corner route, trying to make a play, trying to give him the football, but really, really nice coverage on the back end. Not letting that big fella get his body on him and post him up. Doing a good job getting his hand on the football, swatting it to the ground.
On third down, here's Washington. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Sends it back in motion. Here's Carr to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Split the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's Instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger. Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short. I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll run for it. Might have a chance. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation, nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Williams to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The hurry-up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Williams looking for a man. Quickly to the tight end. Jumped on top of the pile. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
Throwing, Williams. Trying to escape and get it himself. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Williams makes the grab. Needed to get to the 45 for the first down. Stopped a little bit short. You think this is the go area on fourth down. Fourth down, Williams. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up. The give is to Williams. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get concerned, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Fires left. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're in the gun, 3rd down, here's Carr. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Into the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
On target over the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Washington right back to the line.
Really nice looking pinpoint throw there. And when I think back to Husky QBs, you think about Warren Moon, you think about Mark Brunell, the Heward brothers, what about Jake Browning? All made really good decisions. This guy, he's got a lot of arm talent, but he's also very smart.
So now it's 2nd and long. Williams. It's complete to the right. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Sweet. Booster.
to the air again. He's going to fire deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on third down, low percentage.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Williams to throw for it on fourth. Made a defender miss. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Got it in the middle. It's Washington.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field. Don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back. Let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw. But you could tell they were definitely locked in. And they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after three quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Going to try to get it himself. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
All right, so they fail on that fourth down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
Grab behind the line. It's Washington.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
He'll take it himself. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The handoff, keep working on that clock. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
Nice pickup on the...